We're about to get into a new video. Is the Lamelo Ball paradox. Let's get into it.
What's up, GQ? It's Lamelo Ball.
Lamelo Ball.
Lamelo Ball. Lamelo Ball.
I don't know about you, but there's something about Lamelo Ball that I just can't quite figure out.
I would compare Lamelo Ball to Lamelo Ball because he's one of one.
He's been in the NBA for 5 years. He's polarized, absurdly talented, a walking highlight reel with the game as loud as his personality.
I give you $20 to jump in the pool. Okay. No.
He's everything we were told he would be, and maybe even more.
Lamelo!
We really watched this nigga grow up. It's just so crazy how like I really watched this nigga grow up and he's way older than us. That's crazy. Like y'all remember that game when he chopped like 90 points? You literally remember that infamous clip where like the nigga was literally walking. He pointed at like literally the half court shot. The half court went up there, pulled that bit, and he hit it. Like, bro, we really watched this nigga grow up. Like the Ball brothers, like the joint, like the TV show, LeVar Ball and all that. Like, damn, bro, this shit crazy. We really like witnessed history, especially the freestyle with Lonzo Ball and Lamelo in the back. The little freestyle in the car, like, bro, oh my gosh, like this, like we really watched this nigga grow up, and this nigga's in the league. Like, that's crazy.
But there's just one massive problem.
There are some reports out there. There's a draft prospect that passed on a workout with the Hornets because they don't want to play with Lamelo Ball.
Lamelo, I float between, wow, this guy's amazing, and then there's other nights where I'm like, what is he doing out there?
So he's a guy that puts up great numbers on a bad team.
Lamelo Ball still hasn't played a single playoff game in his career so far. And quite frankly, he hasn't even been close.
This nigga ain't make... Oh, I just realized he never made the playoffs. Damn.
Questions have begun to arise, not about his talent, but about whether that talent can actually translate into team success.
I love LaMelo game, but I don't think he ever played winning basketball before.
Yeah.
He's almost like too happy. It's like, hey, whatever happens, happens.
Which begs the question, why does this paradox exist? How does a player with so much talent consistently end up on the wrong side of the scoreboard? And is Lamelo Ball truly capable of leading an NBA franchise to the mountaintop? Or is he just another superstar talent destined to fall short? Well, first and foremost, you have to understand where Lamelo came from, because he didn't follow the same blueprint as everyone else. He broke it. It's the 22nd of August, 2001, and the Ball family has just welcomed their third child into the world, Lamelo LaFrance Ball. As soon as this kid could walk, he was playing basketball. It wasn't an option, it was a way of life. His parents, LeVar and Tina Ball, both former collegiate players themselves, had turned their California home into a basketball laboratory.
It's a good-ass
My
video.
wife was a PE teacher.
Wait,
She was a basketball player. Okay, I'm a football player, sports, last name Ball. Guess what you're gonna do?
Yeah.
You're gonna ball till you fall.
While most kids were learning to draw, Lamelo was launching deep threes on a 10-foot rim, going up against his two older brothers, Lonzo and LeAngelo. By age 11, he was suiting up for his family's AAU team, often going up against kids 5, even 6 years older than him. And by age 14, Lamelo was a part of a Chino Hills high school team that stormed to a perfect 35-0 record, widely recognized as the best high school team in the country. But that was just the beginning, because in 2016, his father LeVar infamously transformed the family's passion for basketball into a fully fledged brand and business
Remember they came out with
with his
the
three
ball,
sons at the forefront, all viral
that shit was
teenage
ass.
sensations. He launched his own shoe and merchandise company and began producing a reality TV show, Ball in the Family.
Nah, this show is... Bro.
Cruz, I want you to hear me very closely.
It's a good-ass TV show.
Favorite player.
No one in practice can guard me, so it's really nothing. We can put the camera on him too. That man right there, that's the man who can't guard me. Turn it left. I'll take his ankles every day. Go one more. See the boy in the hoodie. He hiding for a reason.
It was genius. The show wasn't just entertainment. It was a stage to showcase his son's talent and push the family's products. It spread like wildfire. Suddenly, the Ball family wasn't just a household name within the basketball community. They were a part of pop culture.
Some of the things that you have said, back in my heyday, I'd kill Michael Jordan one-on-one.
Easy.
Why would you say something so blasphemous? Blasphemy would need help.
Well, understand that you are in a WWE
The Miz, oh, I remember they went on
Jordan of
WWE.
WWE.
LeVar's bold personality dominated headlines. The boys' highlights were everywhere online.
Game for the ages last night from Chino Hills sophomore Lamelo Ball, who scored 92 points against Los Osos.
The Big Baller brand became both a fashion statement and a conversation starter.
Take away from the Big Baller brand? Are you crazy? LeBron James can't take away from the Big Baller brand. This is real.
Love him or hate him, that constant attention only fueled their rise. But for Lamelo, that early rise to stardom came at a cost. In 2017, Big Baller Brand drops Lamelo's first signature shoe, the MB1s, making him the first high school player ever to have his own sneaker at just 16 years of age. What the Ball family failed to take into account, however, was that this shoe would essentially render him ineligible to play college basketball. By profiting from his name and likeness, Lamelo had crossed the line from amateur to professional in the eyes of the NCAA, which meant the traditional route to the NBA was now closed. So what did LeVar do? He took Lamelo out of high school and over to Lithuania to play for Vytautas, making him the youngest American to ever play professional basketball. The move was a disaster. Lamelo struggled for playing time, the competition was far more physical than anything he'd ever faced, and the culture shock was immense.
They're stuck together in this awful league with a coach who doesn't speak English in a town of 10,000 people who don't speak English.
Damn, I even
Off the
know
court, the
that
Ball family's
happened.
presence turned the small Lithuanian club into a media circus.
Where on the
This is
court?
unbelievable. I mean, I've never seen anything like this.
It's just crazy
Yes.
what is happening thanks to the publicity generated by the father.
By mid-season, the experiment fizzled out, and Lamelo returned to the US at age 17 to complete his senior year of high school. The uncertainty surrounding his future was real. Scouts were split. Some still saw a childhood prodigy with vision and flair. Others saw a YouTube sensation whose game might not translate to the highest level.
Ladies and gentlemen, we don't even know if they can play Division I basketball. So all of this hype is because Daddy has successfully gone about the business of marketing that Big Baller brand. And again, major props to him. I'm looking at the two players, and I'm saying, what have we seen from them that warrants all of this?
But Lamelo's next move wasn't up to his father. It was up to him. And in 2019, he decided to sign with the Illawarra Hawks, a bottom-of-the-table team in Australia's National Basketball League.
Next year, take my talents to the NBL and play for the Illawarra Hawks.
It was a gamble, a foreign league, a smaller market, and a team that had been struggling for years.
He's going to have to improve a lot. It's just hard, Skip, out of sight, out of mind. I don't care what his dad says. This is not how his dad drew it up, Skip. His dad made some decisions that put his son in this predicament.
This time, however, the move abroad was a resounding success. He delivered multiple dominant performances, including a 30-point triple-double, making him the youngest player in Australian basketball history to achieve such a feat. He was named the NBL's Rookie of the Year and looked comfortable playing against grown men.
They need a three-ball. Lamelo!
That was all NBA scouts needed to see. This kid was the real deal. And just like that, Lamelo Ball was taken 3rd overall in the 2020 NBA draft. He burst onto the scene like nobody's business, claiming Rookie of the Year honors over fellow top pick Anthony Edwards in 2021 and was named an NBA All-Star in 2022. Which begs the question, what the f happened? Because we're now 5 years removed from the 2020 NBA draft. Anthony Edwards has racked up multiple deep playoff runs, earned 2 All-Star nods, and was recently named an Olympian, as was Tyrese Halliburton, the 12th pick in that draft, who, as we all know, was just 1 game away from an NBA championship. Meanwhile, Lamelo is yet to appear in a single playoff game. He's yet to make it back to the All-Star game, and for the last 4 years, the Charlotte Hornets have looked like a G League team. The weirdest part about it all, though, is that Lamelo, by measurable NBA standards, is playing really good basketball. This past year, he had probably the best season of his career. He averaged 25, 7, and 5, shot 40% from the field. His playstyle electrifying to watch, thus he led the fan vote for the 2025 All-Star game, and yet he wasn't selected, and the Hornets finished with an abysmal 19-63 record. So how does a player this talented, this productive, and this exciting to watch somehow feel like he's drifting further away from the spotlight? Well, I didn't just give you a massive spiel about Lamelo's upbringing for no reason. The reality is, Lamelo didn't just grow up playing basketball. He grew up performing basketball. Every pass, every shot, every move was consumed by millions of people online. And the hype didn't just become a byproduct of his game, it became a part of his game. Half-court shots, behind-the-back passes, all of it has made him one of the most watchable players in the league. But it's also created a paradox. One where Lamelo knows how to put on a show, but in the NBA, winning isn't always a show. It's often boring, it's discipline, it's ugly defense. It's not one-legged, contested 35-foot jump shots at the end of the shot clock. Truth be told, Lamelo attempts a lot of bad shots, and his playstyle, while extremely fun to watch, can just be awfully chaotic at times. I mean, take this graph here for example. This is something I'd like to call the efficiency chart. On the y-axis, you'll find field goals attempted per game, which is simply how many shots a player shoots per game. And on the x-axis, you'll find each player's effective field goal percentage, which measures the efficiency of those shots taken. Essentially, in the bottom left quadrant, you've got players who take a lot of shots, but don't necessarily make them at a high clip. Guys like Jalen Green, De'Aaron Fox, and Trae Young. In the bottom right corner, you've got players who shoot quite a lot of shots and are also pretty efficient. This is the side you want to be on. D-Book, LeBron, Steph, Jalen Brunson, Tyrese Halliburton, and Kevin Durant. In the top right, you've got players who shoot a ton of shots and are also extremely efficient. This is the cream of the crop. Guys like Luka Doncic, Anthony Edwards, Shea, Giannis, and of course, the big fella Nikola Jokic. LaMelo Ball, however, is unfortunately in a league of his own for all the wrong reasons. This past season, he attempted the second most field goals per game in the NBA. Yet when it comes to efficiency, he doesn't even crack the top 100. And as you can see, there's a pretty strong correlation here between players who are efficient and players who win games. So at the end of the day, if you're not playing efficient basketball, you're probably not going to win many games. Another byproduct of LaMelo's unusual upbringing is that he's never really had to lead a team before. In high school, it was his brothers. In Lithuania, he was 16, and in Australia, he was just 18 years old. He hasn't had to be that guy that sets the tone for everyone else, or the guy that holds people accountable. It's not a criticism, it's just a fact. But don't get me wrong, we can't just lump all of the blame onto LaMelo. It's not news to anyone that the Charlotte Hornets are, and have been for a very long time, a horrendous organisation who have failed to surround LaMelo with any proven winners. It's also not LaMelo's fault that he's played just 231 out of a possible 410 games so far in his career. In his rookie season, it was a fractured wrist. In 2023, it was a sprained left ankle and fractured right ankle. In 2024,
I heard his shoes like that bad like ankle support. Cause his shoes look fire, but a lot of people were saying that bad ankle support. So that's probably why he be fucking up he be getting injured
with that right ankle, missing more than 60 games. And in 2025, he suffered a left calf strain, multiple left ankle sprains, and had surgery on his right wrist and right ankle.
Bro, you know what I noticed? How come so much like NBA players like get like a calf strain? I feel like the calf strain is like the newest ACL tear, like dead ass. Like when you see a player that has a calf strain, bro, he's literally cooked. Or like a hamstring or calf strain, I promise you they're cooked. You might not see these niggas for the next 3 months. I'm not even joking. Like those two injuries hit the NBA like crack, like for real.
The only season thus far in his NBA career which hasn't been plagued with injuries was in 2022 when he was named an All-Star in just his second season. So it's fair to say it's been a bumpy road for LaMelo thus far. But with all that said, I sure as hell wouldn't count him out. Because this quote-unquote paradox isn't about whether or not he's good enough. It's about whether or not he can evolve. Right now, LaMelo is standing at a crossroads, a point in his career where many have stood before. One road leads to greatness.
And the dream season is now complete. And they're starting to celebrate here in Milwaukee.
The other to what could have been. The question then becomes, will LaMelo Ball rise to the challenge? Because history has shown us that talent alone is never enough. Greatness demands growth, resilience, and a fair bit of luck. But with the young talent the Hornets now have on their roster, with Brandon Miller entering his third season, with the recent addition of Konkaneppel, the best shooter in last year's draft, the Hornets are now poised to take a major leap forward. And LaMelo, at 23 years of age, now has a decade-long runway to rewrite his story, to turn all that hype and potential into a legacy that will stand the test of time.
He's already like 25 years old, 24.
When you down, the only way is up.
All that, you need to leave and this and that. I mean, when you build something, it's never just going to pop up and be the best thing. So
he's the only Ball brother left now with the ability to lead a franchise to the mountaintop. And dare I say, the next chapter of LaMelo Ball's journey might just be the most compelling one yet.
That was a good ass video though. Anyways, just like, subscribe, follow me on the next video.
I've said it before,
You feel me?
but